Okay, start. So basically, Chase, so the bimotor, so neuromuscular coordination is 3, segmental stability is about 6, flexibility is about an 8. It's not bad, but it could be better. Right? That should, I always try to give people a 10. That means you can do the full range flexibility, you can touch the toes basically.
Yeah.
We got the myelockyphosis happening, right? The upper shoulder and the back, right? It's curling in. We need to get that corrected, do the corrective exercises. When I made you do the push-up, remember? The rod? I put a hand underneath your lower back where the rod is, right? So I'm looking for roughly, I should just be able to slip my hand underneath that rod. There should only be really about an inch of space, right? There was about 2.5 inches, so the gap was that high.
Okay.
So what that means is your lower back is quite weak. It's dropped, right? So every time you're in that position, your lower back's going to drop at the core, and that area is weak.
Yeah.
In the back. That makes sense, right? So that we need to address as well. So we need to strengthen definitely the lower back, core, and posturally as well. This is where my corrective exercises I told you that I get into looks after that. And of course, tightness, both feet are flared out, and dorsiflexion of the foot is only 3 degrees. It should be 10 to 20. Right? So that's just tightness again, right from the calves right to your hamstring, basically.
Right.
Which is also confirmed by your toe touch ability. And the right scapula is abducted, and it's 1 inch stretched out this way. It's out of balance. So we need to rebalance and bring the right scapular ridge more in position.
Okay.
So there's exercise we can do for that. So on the right side, I'm going to make a point of getting you to probably do some pull exercises, corrective stuff that we can strengthen that. And I do some things by the right side. So I can actually try to balance out some muscles.
All right.
One's tight, one's too loose or too stretched, right? So you were saying you're on a budget, right? So you were thinking like once a month at the beginning. So how I do it is I literally try to educate you. Like I used to be a school teacher, so I actually I have a teaching approach. So my job is my goal is I want to teach you enough so that you can do everything on your own. So you'll never need a trainer again eventually. That's my goal. So you'll be able to teach yourself, and eventually you'll be able to walk into any gym anywhere, or even just stay at home with a pair of dumbbells and a kettlebell and basically train. Know what to do. So that's my goal. So, but there was a learning curve, I'm sure, right? You figured that out.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a trainer before?
I had like a brief assessment, I guess, like when I was in high school.
Oh, okay, but nothing really in depth, not professional. Okay, so basically I have about 35, 44 exercises that I take every week too, okay? Which is going to help strengthen your lower back, the core, the obliques. I mean, a lot of things are not firing. Remember when I checked your abs at the side? Things are not firing, right? Because it's out of shape right now. So there is multiple of muscles down there, I'm sure you know, that needs to be worked, right? You can't just do a sit-up. Sit-up only works one part of your abs, okay?
Right.
So there is a whole facet of core exercise that I do. There's about 35, 40 you have to learn if you really want to get good at your core,
Okay.
which you'll know for life, okay?
Yeah.
Then with that, there is about, I do this yoga form. Remember I was telling you about stretching out all the muscles properly, because when they get short, they get tight and compressed. So this is a routine I've called a flex movement. It's kind of a yoga form. I took a whole course in it. And I actually developed this out of that program of yoga, and it's basically called flex movements. It's my own program.
Okay.
And basically, I teach you about 35, 40 movements out of the 84. So what I do is I select the ones that I need for the client that I'm assessing.
Okay.
So obviously, you don't need the same sort of stretching as one of my other clients, so I'm going to handpick the ones that I think we need to do.
Okay.
So that's 35, 40 movements right there I'll teach you. Okay?
It's like a lot to remember.
Yeah, that's right. And then there's like 40 exercises, strengthening that we got to do if we're going to build properly.
Yeah.
So I use everything from kettlebells to cables to free weights to bar. We're going to be doing some Olympic lifting. We're going to be doing stretching with kettlebells. I mean, it's the whole, I got to work all the muscles and balance, right? Because right now your lower back is not strengthened. It needs to develop, right?
Right.
So I need to develop that as well.
Okay.
So that's 40. That's just basics. I'm not even getting into hybrid stuff. I'm just the basics.
Yeah.
That's 100 and what? Roughly 130, 140 exercises I got to take you through. I'm not going to do it in one session, right? Obviously. We just spent an hour going through 8 movements, 10 movements, right? It takes time. But once you learn it, I pretty well assure you, you'll know it.
Okay.
That's my goal. So I know you're on a budget, but I just want you to consider it takes me at least 4 to 6 months to present all 140. I've never been able to do it less. To do a good job, I need 4 to 6 months. Okay. So I have 3 types of clients. So this is the pair training program you said you were open to, right? So basically, I've got the kind of serious client, right? The client that comes once a week. Basically, the doctor said, you got high blood pressure, you got to get your weight down. They come because of that.
Okay.
So they don't really enjoy exercising. And by the way, I've had a client like that for 3.5 years. She comes every week, once a week usually, sometimes. Just because she knows she has to, because she ends up with wrist issues if she doesn't.
Yeah.
So they're the kind of serious people. They're not really serious, but they come once a week.
Okay.
And you know what? I'd rather help them once a week than nothing, right? It's
Right.
better than 0, right? Then the clients that really want to learn and progress are the clients that come 2 to 3 times a week at the beginning. I'm not saying forever, I'm just talking at the beginning. So the ones that are usually serious usually come 6 months to a year to really learn all 140 and know it well. So I have like 50-year-olds, 60-year-olds. You know, I've got a few of them like Zuen. He's been with me almost a year. He's learned it.
Mhm.
And he's gone from literally, I'll show you a picture after. He's gone from literally, he's lost 30 pounds and he's got a 6-pack. Like he's changed totally in a year, right? And he's a little older than you. He's like 27. He's doing his graduate level studies in chemical engineering, which is heavy duty program, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. So what I was thinking is, are you open to this at all, the serious package at the beginning, just twice a week, and we can spread that out. So this is 24 sessions, right? We can spread it out over the whole year if you want. Like I don't care how you want to do it, but I need 24 sessions to actually present this to you. I can't do it in 4, right? It's just impossible.
Okay.
I've tried. There's just no way you're going to absorb it.
Right.
So I'd rather teach you well so that you have this for life. Because my goal is once I train you, I want to train you so you'll never need another trainer again. Like I literally train you. Some of my clients have gotten so good with the stuff they're teaching everybody else now. Like they're actually getting their family members in shape with the stuff like this. So I've taught them well. And that's my job. Like that's what I want to do. I want to make sure that you are taught well and that you become self-learning in this.
Right.
So I really try to educate you in the process. And I've got DVDs and books out there you can refer to as well. So what do you think of that?
So like how many sessions altogether?
So that would be 24, right? And so at the beginning, what we can do is we can look at basically doing, let me get a calculator here. Is there a calculator in the front? Oh, here we go. So we're looking at, so basically 24, okay. So it's basically 1860, right? If you do 24, you get a discount actually. If you do the package, it's only 70. You get another $5 knocked off.
How much?
If you do 24, the package, you get a discount. It's 70 instead of 75 per session. Okay. So basically times 24, it works out to 1860 basically. So, but you can do it in 3 payments of 560 before tax. So you can do a payment 560, and then the next one goes out a month from now. The next one goes a month from now. Now we're really flexible here. If for some reason that second or third payment needs to be pushed back, we can push it back. And we're really flexible here that way. So that's how we do it. That's that package.
I'm just not sure I can afford
It's
all
pretty
that.
big.
Yeah.
Okay. So how about we look at this? Because I know you're motivated. How about we do this one? So I have a few serious people. They want to do it, they just can't afford it, right?
Mhm.
I'll knock them down to here, okay? Where we do once a week at the beginning, and then like you said, I can then push it. I want you to learn it. I can even push it back further, right?
Yeah.
Where it's basically, and this one is times 12. It's 900, and we can actually do it in 3 payments of 300 over a period of 3 months, which is probably more doable for you. What do you think of that? Because you put 300 down, next one doesn't go out for another month. Next payment off your credit card. Next one doesn't come out for another month.
I could probably do that.
Yeah, why don't we do that? I think I just want to be able to teach you enough because 2 to 3 sessions, I just can't do it. I can't teach you everything, right? And based on the assessment we've done today, like, there's stuff going on, right? We got it correct. You're gonna have issues soon.
Okay.
So I think it's important. Okay.
Okay.
So we'll do the contract for that. Okay, you can stop now.